What's up, YouTube? This is part 8 of the homemade, completely from scratch, 3D engine for Arduino. And in the last video, I basically did something in processing where you're able to design and build 3D objects, almost like Blender, and then export it to Arduino. So you can almost call it the Blender for Arduino. So this is it, and I made a few adjustments to it. Basically, since from the last video, basically you can make a 3D object and then connect the dots, right? And now you have a 3D image, and then you can press space or really any key and then go to sketch, show sketch folder, and then lines, and you have all the vertices that you use. And you can take this file, and then put it onto an Arduino or just an SD card adapter, and then have an Arduino running, software or whatever, pick it up and make 3D objects. I did that and explained it in the last video. You should go check it out if you haven't. This is going to be building upon that. So in the last video, I ran into some problems. Last video, I realized that the Arduino is slow, and a couple people in the comments really helped me out to make it a bit faster. First thing, don't have unnecessary code, right? Don't be redundant with your code. Don't do the same math over and over again, because it takes time to do this math, especially on a device like this. It takes time, so only do it as many times as you have to do it. That's number one. And number two, the biggest thing that I learned is that division is much slower than multiplication in this software. So everywhere you can turn multiplication, anywhere you could turn division into multiplication, do it. Certain things are necessary, like the inverse of JK. You need to divide it, but only divide it once. See here, it used to be VI. It used to be just VI and then divide VI 3 times. Divide it once and then multiply it 3 times, right? Or this. This I couldn't do anything with. What else? This right here, I used that twice, and there's a big example right here. Yeah, this used to be perspective equals the inverse tan of y. And then down here, I would use that perspective and say 6 divided by perspective. You divide twice for absolutely no reason. Just use regular tan and multiply it by 6. It does the same exact thing, but faster. Yeah, and I defined some height and width, so whenever I change displays, I could do it. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, I'm using a completely different display because I got a completely different development board. So I've been using Arduino for all this time, and it's not new, but I just got it. It's called the ESP32, and it runs at 240 megahertz, which is 240 million cycles per second. So it's able to do 10 times as many calculations as the Arduino. So because it does everything so fast, so much faster, and the SPI is faster, everything is faster and more, bigger. It has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi installed on it. Not installed, on the board. It's right here. This gorgeous looking thing right here. Has all that already on board. It was only $8 on eBay, and it's just a bang for your buck. It's awesome. So you should definitely go check it out. The installation is a little wonky though. You have to download a driver and then upload the board or whatever. It's not too hard. It's pretty easy. But because it's so fast, I'm able to use that display I used a couple videos back of the color LED, the color display, and I'm using it and it works. So I'm gonna show that off really quick. I rewrote my code, 3D thing better. It has color now. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload it, because the upload for this board is a little different. Plug it in, right? You gotta pick your board in tools. I'm using the ESP development model. And you have all these other settings. This is the upload speed, 921,600 baud. So that's extremely fast, much faster. CPU frequency 240 megahertz, crazy. So these are all things you can change. I haven't changed any of this. Get the port. This is the port you need to be using. Well, this is the port I'm using for my computer. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click upload. And then let's see. So this board is great. I actually bought 3 of them. Here are the other 2. I bought 3 of them. Gonna do some wicked stuff with it later. But you can see here that it looks a little different. It had to connect, and it's already done. And this was 274 bytes. That's quite a bit. That's about 200 kilobytes, which the Arduino would take a very long time to do it. And so it has a much more RAM and data and flash storage than the Arduino. But one thing about this board is that it runs at 3.3 volts. And because it runs at 3.3 volts, this micro SD card does not work with 3.3 volts. You need 5 volts to make this thing work. So I am using an not an 18 mega, the Arduino Mega to go ahead and give me those 5 volts. I didn't want to go ahead and make a a booster circuit or whatever. I didn't want to do that voltage booster. I didn't want to do that, just to make this example. So we're gonna go ahead and get it all running. We're gonna connect the 5 volts to here. This one doesn't. The 5 volts here, 3 volts here, 5 volts here. So ground, 3.3 volts. This one is 5 volts. So as you can see here, this is a color display. I'm just doing it white. I'll change the color in a second, but through the mess of wires, you can see an image moving around. It still has quite a bit of flicker, but you guys can't see. Quite a bit of flicker. Still not even that good, but that's 3D and it's able to run on a color display. The flicker, why is it flickering, you may be asking? It's flickering because there's actually no clear function in this library. So, down here it may say, where is it? Oh yeah, it doesn't have this right here, display that clear. I had to actually define this, and it actually means fill screen. So I'm just painting the entire screen black each time, which takes forever because it does it pixel by pixel by pixel. So it's extremely slow, the clear, and the only way I can see ever getting around that is making my own library, which is a whole lot of work. But what I'm doing to speed it up a little bit more is drawing it white and then drawing it black. Drawing it white and then drawing it black. So I'm only drawing over the pixels I need to draw. But this also means that I have to do all the math again. I'm thinking about using maybe what is it? Like a array of all the values, a buffer for all the values, but you can't even push the buffer to it. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna change the color. Let's see what colors we have. Let's do green. I like green. So we're gonna change the white to green, keep the black black. And also, just to show you how bad it is, I'll do this. One's gonna be white. One's gonna be magenta. Another one's gonna be green. And we're gonna go ahead and upload this. So yeah, this is quite a, it's been a journey, and there's still so much to do. I have to get this frame rate much better so you can't see the flickering. You got to get the POV, the persistence of vision, to make sure you don't see that flickering. But here it is. So you can see there's two revolving around each other, but one's flicking like crazy and they're barely moving. This is not good. This is not good at all. I'm going to try one more thing because it's actually drawing 4 images. One black and one colored. Well, 2 black, 2 colored. I'm going to replace the black with the display.fill. Display.fill. Not fill, clear. Right? So this time it's only going to be making 2 objects, so it may be a bit faster in this example. Yeah. So there's still a bunch more to do. I have to make it faster. See, yeah, look at this. This is not good. This is really bad. This is even worse. So if you're watching this video and you have any ideas of how I can make it, refresh the screen faster, because that's the problem. It's not refreshing fast enough. It's not clearing display. There should be just something that I can push out to the display that says clear it. And it does it instantly. And so I'm going to have to look at the data sheet of the display and maybe make my whole entire library, because I want to be able to push an entire buffer at once, an entire frame, push an entire frame, which will allow me to do some really interesting stuff, really interesting stuff. But that's coming in the future. And once I get that done, I'm going to try to color it in, because right now I'm just coloring the lines. I want to be able to color it in. And once I'm able to use the triangles and all this stuff to color it in, and once I color it in, I can begin to try to do light physics. That's going to be really hard though. But thanks to this ESP, it may all be possible. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe your ideas. And have a great day. See you in the next one.